In the 2nd century AD, the known world, at least to Europe and Asia, was dominated by two superpowers. To the west stood the eternal Roman Empire. To the east, the Han dynasty ruled China with iron discipline. Separated by deserts, steppes, and mountains, yet connected by an invisible thread, the Silk Road. They never clashed in battle, never signed a treaty, but they brushed against each other, like two myths aware of the other's existence. Yes, and more than you'd expect. The Chinese called Rome Daqin, meaning the Great China of the West, as if recognizing a distant imperial twin. The Romans spoke of Serica, a land of silk and mystery, populated by refined, exotic people. Their accounts were full of myths and exaggerations, but one thing was clear. They knew something was out there. A great empire, just like theirs, on the other side of the world. Trade was the strongest link. Chinese silk traveled along winding routes through India and Persia, reaching the Roman elite. Roman senators were obsessed, so much that the Senate tried to ban silk for being too sheer and luxurious. But the flow went both ways. Roman glass became a prized item in China, a symbol of status and wealth. They traded goods, but also ideas, fears, and dreams. China really tried to reach out. An envoy named Gan Ying set out for Rome in the 1st century AD, but never made it. The Parthians, who controlled the Middle Lands, convinced him to turn back. Rome and China as allies? That would have ruined their monopoly. Later, in 166 AD, a so-called Roman embassy arrived in China, claiming to represent Emperor Marcus Aurelius. But was it real or just traitors? We may never know. The Chinese respected Rome, a land of treasure and wisdom, but the Roman view was more complicated. Influenced by Stoic ideals, they saw Eastern luxuries as morally corrupt. Silk was viewed as a threat to Roman values and economics. Some Romans even dreamed of conquering China one day. But beneath it all, they feared and admired this distant empire, more than they'd admit. Rome and China never shook hands, never signed a treaty. But they traded, imagined, and influenced each other in ways that shaped their worlds. Their connection wasn't built with embassies, but with caravans, artifacts, stories, and myths. Two mighty empires far apart, yet never closer than through the Silk Road. Two empires, one dream of greatness, and a single road that connected them. If you loved this story, hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready for more forgotten connections right here on History in Shots.